Well, I want to go over something very briefly on cybersecurity and smartphones. There's something that's come to the attention of people that are in the business of cybersecurity that applications such as installing the flashlight on the iPhone or the Android has major spyware in it to the max. Not only is it sharing data with advertisers, but it's also coming from countries like Russia, China, and India. And not only is it being shared with advertisers, but it's also collecting all your personal information, your location, even your financial information if you have it on your phone, and the information on your kids too. If you got your kids have a cell phone and they have this application on here, it shares their location. This was actually found out from it's coming from Russia. The spyware is actually being developed in Russia, China, and India. So if you think it's just in the USA, it's not actually. But this is just a stupid flashlight that's on a cell phone, and yeah, it could be very convenient. But what I always use is I'll actually have a flashlight on a keychain, and I just use the screen from the cell phone itself as a flashlight versus using a flashlight itself. It could be pretty handy, but it's got a major freaking drawbacks to it. You're better off just getting a stupid flashlight and sticking it on a keychain and not worrying about security. Now, the thing is, you can also look at the size of the application you're downloading, because a flashlight application should only be about 100 kilobytes. A lot of these applications that are being downloaded are like 1.5 megabytes to 5 megabytes. That's all the stuff that's in there. Now, if you uninstall the application for the flashlight on the iPhone, you're still going to have all kinds of malware on there, and it's not just about turning on your location or something. It's actually a hell of a lot more than that. It's about sharing your financial information in a lot of cases too, your contacts, and everything there is on your cell phone, including personal data, which is pictures and the whole 9 yards. So, and it doesn't actually just go to advertisers. Now, I'm going to point to a link on Forbes. I'm not going to read the data, what it is. I'm just going to tell you the headline. The headline. I'm thinking about flashlights here. The headline, and it's this flashlight app, Android app, has been secretly and illegally sharing your personal data with advertisers. It actually goes a lot deeper than that. This is an article that's kind of old well, not that old, but the thing is, the big problem is this. You think it got fixed because, the FTC went after some of these applications, not all of them, and they settled with them. But what they did was the application now has a big, long, so many pages of legalese documentation that nobody reads because they just scroll down and they say accept, that they can basically share all your information. So that all makes it legal now. So the FTC did go after him originally, and I can point to this here. This is going back to 2013, but the problem really wasn't solved. So when your people are putting these, do what the hell you want, man, free country, but I know one thing, I don't put that good junk on a phone. No way. No way. No way in hell, Jose. So I just got to tell you that you're probably better off just getting a stupid flashlight like this. I got a couple, well, they're even smaller than that. They're these real thin ones with, I don't know, they're about the size of they're about a quarter this size, and they're real thin. It's got a little button on it, and it works like an LED, and it's on a keychain. I just use that. But I also have the phone itself can work like a flashlight with having this gizmo flashlight thing on there, because the only way you're going to get that off the cell phone is if you not only uninstall it, but you actually have to do a factory reset, which means you got to back up all your data, your contacts, your pictures, or whatever you got on there, and do a factory reset, and then put back any kind of applications that are legitimate applications. But there is a lot of spying going on America through foreign nations. This story is actually a hell of a lot deeper than you think. I'm not trying to be a drama here or anything like that, but these applications are actually coming from China, India, and Russia. And you know how many people are downloading them? Like 50 to 100 million people, easy. It's ridiculous. So it's a breach of cybersecurity that people are doing because they think, you know, they're not reading all this legalese garbage. But I guess there's two different ways you can look at this thing with this dumb flashlight application. Either don't use it and use a tiny little flashlight on a keychain, or just use the light from the phone itself, which to me that's good enough, you know, most of the time. And or if you download one, make sure you read all the legalese, but you also want to choose an application that's only like 100 kilobytes, a real tiny application, because the stupid thing is only turning on a light. It's not, you know, the ones that have, you know, 1.5 megabytes to 5 megabytes, those are the ones that have all the spyware in it that are turning on your location, that are doing, you know, spying, taking all your contacts, taking all your pictures, taking your financial information, and all that other type of stuff. A flashlight application, just to turn on a stupid flashlight on a phone, should not be something that takes, you know, 1.5 megabytes to 5 megabytes. It should just be a tiny file. So if it's a big file, you already figured that it's got a bunch of junk in there you don't want, and that should steer you clear right there too. So I want to put this out because there's loads of people doing this. It's common. And, you know, they get bent out of shape about the NSA, but you know what? People are getting spied on all by the Russians and the Chinese. All over the place by just downloading these apps. You don't even have to be, and they're doing it to themselves. On top of that. So, do whatever you want. I mean, free country, but I know one thing. I don't want to bother with this garbage. I got a smartphone garbage, and I really don't use it for that much. And, you know, I don't need it as a flashlight. I'd rather use a mag light. So, that's the way I look at it.